Hi there, it's Tim, and today we're doing something a little bit different. The idea being, I've got Michael behind the camera, I've got the awesome Eric as well, and the idea was, you get to a city like Victoria, and maybe you park the car somewhere, but you want to get a feel for visiting and actually experience Victoria, seeing all of downtown core and seeing the Blue Bridge and going down to the ocean, all those kinds of fun things. How can you do it? Well, I saw this the other day, and this is called Zoomr. And Zoomr is basically a station of, looks like about 8 electric scooters. We've got a couple here. We've just pulled them out. Zoomr very kindly offered to rent them out for us for free, but they're not very expensive anyway. So if you're coming to Victoria, this might be a really interesting way to see the city. So what we're going to do is 3 of us are going to hop around, ride around on scooters and e-bikes and chill out, go find some coffee, see some of the sights. And then I'm going to come back and share with you our experience. I'm going to interrogate Eric, I'm going to interrogate Michael and find out what their thoughts are on this experience. And so far, like, unlocking it was pretty straightforward, just had a credit card. It was able to show you which scooters were the most charged. They're all pretty much charged up anyway, so that was pretty straightforward. And yeah, it's got suspension. Let's give it a whirl and see what it's like. Well, so far so good. I mean, we're just a few minutes into the ride and it's absolutely lovely. It does have suspension. Eric noticed something right away about the front wheels. What did you notice?
Well, they're very large front wheels. These are, I believe they're 12 inches.
Yeah.
And I assume the reason is, unless this scooter manufacturer always does this, I assume they did this intentionally for rental scooters because that's a common way people will flip over.
Right.
Is
so
hitting
safety.
a hole. The larger the wheels, the less, or the bigger the hole has to be for it to be a problem.
Sadly, Michael knows all about that, and I'll insert that little bit of B-roll here. Yeah, he's done that once before. In fact, just over there. Yeah. But it is an interesting way to get around town. Now, I will share with you, when you download the app says Levy, which, funnily enough, has a very special place in my heart. And that is, and I don't think Michael or Eric even know this,
Nope.
The very first company to send me an electric scooter to review was Levy. Hi there, it's Tim, and I'm back. It's 2021 first electric scooter review of the year. This is going to be the Levy. I'm really excited to share this with you. Levy are down in New York City, the Big Apple, and they very kindly sent this scooter up for me to review. So without any further ado, let me show you. That's like 6 years ago now, if that's wild. They actually sent me a Levy scooter to use from New York, all the way to Victoria, British Columbia. They sent me a little electric scooter back when my channel was, I mean, it's tiny now, but it was really tiny. Which reminds me, please make sure you're subscribed if you like electric reviews of e-bikes, scooters, anything microelectric, even some electric cars coming up soon, especially if we get some Chinese cars coming into Canada. I want to make sure we start reviewing those as well. I'm kind of surprised by this. I mean, it's a solid little scooter, but what a great way to get around Victoria. You get to see the cherry blossoms, come down, see the seaplanes. We're going to go around a little bit more. We'll go past the Fairmont and the Legislature building, and then we're going to go down to the ocean, come back, have some coffee, and wrap it all up. But I love it. I mean, I love electric scooters. I know Eric loves electric scooters and e-bikes. Michael's a big e-bike fan. But this is such a fun, easy way to get around town. And you get the lock with it. And you also get, like, you can put your cell phone on here as well. And I think
Charging.
It charges, right?
Yeah.
That's what that means. So if you happen to have wireless charging on your phone, it even charges your phone. I'm going to experiment with that. But here comes the noisy seaplane coming in for docking. So we're going to take off and keep our tour of Victoria, which is what this is all about. Alrighty, well, we got the important stuff out of the way here. We've got treats, coffees, and treats. That's a great way to wrap up. First of all, thank you, Zoomr, for providing those scooters. They were an awful lot of fun. Eric pointed out something that they are quite heavy, like really heavy. I don't know what those things weigh, but there's a lot of battery in there. And I think overall, it's a great way to get around a city. I mean, I'm already sold. I have an electric scooter. You have an electric scooter. Michael's got his e-bikes. We love just riding around the city. It's an absolutely beautiful city we're riding around in. and it gives you some flexibility to be able to go and see things that you might not just be able to feel like you want to do. So a slightly warmer day, I think it would be kind of a nice way to see the city, that's for sure. It would be really cool if they had a spot where you could like ride to and then drop it off, but it does come with a lock, so that was kind of handy. Any parting thoughts of your experience with Zoomr?
The scooter itself, I could talk lots about. As pointed, I guess that's I pointed out. Yeah, they're really heavy, but I think they have 2 batteries in them.
Maybe, yeah.
Which means the range must be spectacular. And
well, no problems for left today, right, with range?
well, I'm still at apparently 100%.
Yeah, we can check that.
There's 4 bars, so I'm within that top one.
Tolerance?
From all that, we didn't ride too far, but it's got to be a huge range because it must be a big battery.
And that's a concern, right? Like if you're coming into a city, you're not really sure if you're going to be able to get around on it.
Last thing you want to do is
you're running out of battery. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot tall, 265, and it had no problems getting me around town. It did struggle with me a little bit on that one steep hill, but I just did a little bit of a zigzag.
I got up.
But you got right up to the top,
Yeah.
which actually is surprising because when I saw that it was Levy, I thought it was going to be a much weaker
Well,
machine.
I think they're a 500 watt motor,
Oh, okay. Well,
Right?
then it's done well.
but it must peak pretty high.
Yeah.
Because again, I got right up, and I didn't think I would. At most 500 watt motors, that hill.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely way to
not
get around
the hill
the
of
city.
death, but it's
no, it's not the hill of death,
close.
but it's still pretty steep. I also we got downtown. Like all 3 of us live just outside of this downtown core. We met up at my place, rode into the city, and Eric and I left our rides of choice at the valet, which is free, which is such a cool service. You just leave your e-bike, toss them the e-bike, they toss you a tag. Go back and pick it up later on, totally free. I just think that's a smart way for cities
Brilliant.
to do things.
Yeah.
Because I'm nervous. If I've got an expensive scooter or an e-bike, I don't want to leave it somewhere, come back and find it stolen. So that was kind of nice.
We place a lot of faith in the people.
Yes.
Can anyone just start a bike valet with the idea of actually just taking them and selling them and go, oh, sorry, we...
I think the smarter way approach there, find out when they're closed and show up with a...
Right.
with a clip going, oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we're the new extended
We're the new
hours,
extended hours.
bike valet.
Keep leaving those bikes. I'm just going to put it in the truck temporarily. Anyways, Zoomr, thank you for lending us those scooters for the day. We'll go back, and the process was pretty straightforward. Was there anything else you want to share about your experience or the technical side, anything like that was bubbling up while you're riding around?
Well, I mean, just to be honest, the scooters themselves, I found there's not a lot of deck space.
They are smaller.
I couldn't get overly comfortable, like a lot of scooters. I mean, it's my problem with these rental operations is being a scooter aficionado. When you've had your own scooter, when you can actually buy your own scooter privately and you get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
These ones are made sort of for the masses, and they compromise in a lot of ways. So
It's
it's
true.
not the height that I would like. It's not the deck space that I would like. I would have loved to have some rear suspension.
Yes.
The front, it's nice.
Oh my gosh, that
but
front is fantastic.
Every time you go over something, you do feel it, it just comes right up your spine. So rear
true.
suspension would have been nice. The turn signals, I think, were not, they didn't work extremely well. There's lots of things to gripe about. They also have to make these things very durable and rugged.
That's the
Right?
thing, right? Michael's nodding his head in the background. Like, these things have to last day in and day out,
Yes.
365 days a year.
Right.
And
So they're going to be compromises. You can't get all the
you
bells
can't
and
get them all.
whistles.
No, but you know what? I mean, they're all valid concerns. But at the end of the day, if you're just riding around for an hour or so, I thought it was a win. So
That's it.
2 big thumbs up. Big guy approved.
Four thumbs up.
4 thumbs
Let's
up.
give him 4.
We'll give 6 if Michael drops the camera. Thanks very much for watching. Please do subscribe. I mean, I noticed the other day a bunch of you aren't subscribed. If you like microelectric content, you're in the right spot, especially if it's big guy approved stuff. You're looking for big guy reviews on electric bikes, electric scooters, you're in the right spot. Take care. Cheers.